So I've watched many videos recently about people complaining about how in Canada you have to do everything yourself, it's DIY, there's no house help, there's no gardener, there's no cook, there's no driver. And I am here today to debunk all of that and to tell you that you can outsource your chores in Canada, and this is how you do it. Hello everyone, my name is Diekola. I have lived in Canada for over 25 years. Welcome back to this side of life. And if you're new here, welcome to the Wise Tribe, and thank you all for joining me today. So, who says that in Canada you have to do your own dishes, or do your own laundry, or cook your own food, or drive yourself? Who says that you have to do your own gardening and your own chores? I'm here to tell you that you don't have to, as long as you have the money for it. Yes, you just need to have the money for it. I mean, in Canada or any of the Western countries like the US, UK, Australia, and the European countries, there is something called minimum wage, right? According to the law, you cannot pay people less than a certain amount of money as wages. In Alberta, for example, the minimum wage is $15 an hour. So by law, you cannot pay somebody less than $15 an hour. It's not like in Nigeria, for example, where you will get a house help and you're paying them 50,000 naira per month. And I'm like, how is somebody supposed to live on that kind of money? So unlike that, in Canada, the minimum you can pay anyone is $15 an hour. Therefore, if you want somebody to come and cook for you, you will have to pay them $15 an hour to cook that food. So you have to calculate how much that is going to take for them to cook for you. For example, if they're going to spend 3 hours, that means you're going to pay them $45 to cook for you. And that's if they are charging you $15 an hour, because they might charge you more than that. So how much does it really cost? Let's say you wanted to live the life. You know, like in Nigeria, people will have their own cook, they will have a housemaid, they will have a nanny for their children, they will have a driver, they will have a gardener. Let us go through in this video how much you will need if you wanted to live that kind of life in Canada, for example. I will start with home cleaning and maintenance. So this is what you would typically have a housemaid or a house help for in Nigeria. For house cleaning services, somebody who will come to your house and clean your whole house, your toilets, your bathrooms and kitchen and all that, be ready to pay up to $200 for one cleaning session, right? If you wanted to do your laundry and dry cleaning, you can always take your clothes to the laundromat or the dry cleaners and be ready to pay up to $20 for each load of laundry that you want to do. And if it is dry cleaning, it will be more expensive than that. You can also do your window cleaning, and that will cost you from $100 to $250 to clean your windows, the windows of an average home. And I will be looking at my computer just to make sure I get my numbers correct. And what about cooking? You don't have to cook if you don't want to cook. You just need to use meal delivery services, and they will bring the food to your house. You can use the services of personal chefs. They will come to your house, cook your food for you and put it in the fridge, and then you can just get up and warm your food and eat. And they could cost you from $200 to $500 a week for them to cook all the food that you want for the week. And all these amounts I'm quoting are all Canadian dollars. I'm sure it may be comparable in US dollars as well. Childcare, daycare, you don't have to babysit your children. If you have to go somewhere for the services of a nanny for your children, you will be looking at $15 to $30 an hour for somebody to come and babysit your children for you. Although now in Canada, they have this $10 a day daycare that's all new, and many parents are taking advantage of that. So $10 a day, that's not bad to have somebody look after your kids. And if you don't want to spend the time to go over your children with their homework and tutor your children, you can find a tutor. You should be ready to pay $30 to $75 an hour for somebody to come and tutor your child. So yeah, you can outsource that as well. You can outsource your shopping. You don't have to leave your house if you don't want to go shopping. You can hire a personal shopper who will charge you like $25 to $70 an hour, or you can do Instacart. You can just go online and order your groceries and they will come and deliver it to your house, and you will pay delivery charges to the store and they will deliver your groceries. So you don't have to leave your house. You can just order your groceries from your house, but you will have to pay for it. And as for a driver, you don't have to drive yourself. If you don't want to drive yourself, you just call an Uber or Lyft, or you can even pay for chauffeur services, right? Depending on how far you're going, that would vary. For example, you can budget like $100 a day for ride sharing, Uber and Lyft. And if you want, you can go and hire a chauffeur to chauffeur you around. Like, there are people who will chauffeur you around and they will charge you from $40 to $75 an hour. Yes, you can get a driver. You just have to pay for it. And even here in Calgary, where it snows a lot, you don't have to do your own snow shoveling. If you don't want to do your snow shoveling, you don't have to. You can pay somebody. You can outsource it. During the winter, you can pay somebody to shovel your snow. And during the summer, you can pay somebody to mow your lawn. Yes. And they can charge you $40 to $80 per visit. You don't have to do that yourself. It is not true that you have to do your own chores yourself in Canada. You just have to pay for it. And if you have your money, if you are ready to pay, then you don't have to do it yourself. So yeah, my point in this video is that yes, you can outsource your chores in Canada. You just have to have your money to pay for it. It's not that it is impossible. You can. The reason why you cannot compare outsourcing your chores in Canada to outsourcing your chores in Nigeria is because you have to pay people minimum wage. You have to pay people living wage. People cannot just be working and earning an amount that they cannot live on. I am thinking that the situation in places like Nigeria is not actually ideal, especially for those who are providing these services. I mean, it is good for the people who are consuming the services because they get to sit and put their feet up and have other people do all these things for them. But it is not the best for the people that are providing the services. And I hope that things will change so that people who provide services to other people can actually provide those services at wages that they can live on, wages that make sense for them. You might ask, how many of these chores do I outsource myself? Yes, I knew you were going to ask. Yeah, so for me, I do pay for my house cleaning once a month and sometimes my window cleaning. And that's about it. So let me know, if you live in these Western countries, which of your chores do you outsource? And how much do you pay for them? And what do you think about outsourcing your chores in Canada, for example, versus outsourcing them in Nigeria? And what do you think about the minimum wage and living wage for people who do the kind of jobs and provide the kind of services that we've been talking about in this video? I would really like to know what you think in the comment section below. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me again. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know whenever I upload new videos. Also, stay tuned to this channel for much more interesting content coming your way. Until I come your way again, until the next video, you go out and make it the best days of your life.